trenches like a war. If they want to give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried because it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just want to see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care.
Today, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Portland Snowhawks.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Portland Snowhawks and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They go play action here on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff up the middle. Hawkins. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Off play action. Sheldon. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Sheldon. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain. Still a ways to go, though. They bring their punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
On first down, Daly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Off the play fake. Daly under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give that sack to the Kobe Dean. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The pass caught by Olave. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
On second down, it's Hawkins. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. On first down, It's Hawkins. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Snowhawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Miles Sanders with career touchdown number 60. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Offense back out. We take a closer peek at the dual threat back, Nyheim Hines. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
They begin the drive with Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun. Daly. Olave holds it in. They'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down. Daly. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Hawkins. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Going for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Throwing on 1st down, Sheldon. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Sheldon airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Daly, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daly. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daly. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Sheldon. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun on 3rd down, Sheldon. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left, didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Falcons get back above 500 as they move to 3-2 with the victory. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Romeo Doubs, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Giovanni Bernard throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Daly. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Sheldon looking here for Smith downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to him on first down. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Jet sweep. Here's Olave. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Off the play fake, Sheldon. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Sheldon. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st down, Sheldon. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hawkins. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Daly.
Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Daly escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's got some space here. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Sheldon.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They're up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. And they will remain well behind. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schleprock, got that black cloud over their heads.
And complete to Drake London.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Off play action. Sheldon, he'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.